Right. Good morning, Young family. This is Daymeon Young, son of the late Bobby Young, Robert Young. Okay. This is the Young Family Portal YouTube channel, specifically designed to bring forth information and to help lead the Young family. Okay. Please subscribe to the channel so that you can receive videos. I'm going to be doing more videos in the future. Okay. Also, you can pass this this video on to another family member if you would like. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and pass this on to another family member. Okay. If I don't have your phone number, please text it to me with your full name. Okay, so I can have your phone number. Or you can call me personally. I'm going to leave my phone number down in the description box below. Okay, just in case you may have any questions of any kind. Okay. The first step here, I'm forming the Young Family Council. It's going to be made up of 7 people. Okay, right now I'm still getting answers back from those who would like to be a part of the council for the family. And what the council is going to be doing is making major decisions as for the Young family as a whole. Okay, this is basically like your your Supreme Court of the United States system, right? Okay. I'm gonna be giving those council member names in the future. Most likely in the next video, or I may just put those names in the description box later on once I get everybody on board that I want to be on the council. Okay. Yes. No government, because this is what we're doing amongst the family. We're forming a government. No government is good unless it has a treasury. Okay, so I'm gonna set up a system where everybody can donate money to the Young Family Fund. Okay, I'm gonna set up an account for that. Okay. And what will this account do? This will protect family members who don't have anything, who don't have any money saved. Maybe they've been out of work for a few months and things like that. We can come in and help people with that money, right? Another example would be to help those who aren't working, as far as for an example, paying DMV fees for somebody who's trying to get their CDL. You know what I mean? And I want to put it out there too. If you are looking for work, go get your CDLs. Go get your CDLs, and you'll never be unemployed again. There's a shortage of truck drivers and CDL drivers out there right now. You know, I drive a cement truck myself right now, a mixer truck right now, and it pays very well. Okay, so this is an option for family members out there who are not working right now. Get you a ready mix job. Okay, get you a ready mix job, and the benefits are good too. Also, the fund, the Young Family Fund, would also pay for emergencies. Examples: groceries, bus or train ticket if somebody goes somewhere and somehow they end up get stranded or something like that. They're not just out there with nothing and nobody to help them. They can call a council member, and the council member can set up something to give that person what they need so they can get out of that situation. Okay, so the person ain't just stranded somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Same thing if, you know, a person is in a car somewhere and stranded and the car done broke down. The council members will get together and figure out exactly what to do, with some of these situations. You know what I mean? If it's a small matter where, it's like $100 or something like that, you just call a council member and they'll take care of it or whatever. If it's a large matter where you got to get your car towed and all that, then, the council members will get together and we'll figure out exactly what to do to help you. You know what I mean? Right? Also, the fund would help if needed. Transportation like a bus pass, gas money. You know what I mean? You might be, just trying to get to your next pay period and you just don't have it. You know what I mean? You're not just out here with nobody. The Young Family Fund will come in and help you if you need it, right? Also, what the fund can do, if it's large enough, that's why we need to have everybody working so everybody can contribute, right? A vehicle, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a person is in an area where there is no bus service and they may need to have a car. You know what I mean? Council members would get together, evaluate the situation, and we'll scrape together the money to get you a car so that you can work. But see, the whole deal is, with all this help, which is great, which is beautiful, right? You need to contribute, okay? So we can help the next person. You know what I mean? Don't forget about the fund once you've been helped, okay? Don't forget, right? All right. Let's see here. So, yes. Now that I got some of the formalities out of the way here, okay? Because we most definitely need to set up a government amongst us, the Young Family Council and the Young Family Fund, okay? For these stressful situations where a few dollars need to be applied to something to help someone out, okay? We need that. You know what I mean? I want to move on to more important matters, more serious matters here with this next thing I'm about to get ready to talk about, right? Okay. I pose a question to you, young family. What will you do in a long-term blackout? I'll ask again. What would you do in a long-term blackout? Okay. If the lights went out and never came back on again, would you be prepared? You know what I mean? Food-wise, for the situation. Would you be prepared water-wise for the situation? Okay. Yes, so the whole deal is in a blackout, what happens? There's no electricity, so there's no, let's say for instance it's 4 days that the lights are out. Okay, within those 4 days, a lot of people's food, will be spoiled. You know what I mean? The stuff in the refrigerator will go bad and all that, right? Also, grocery stores who are not prepared for something like this, their food is going to be spoiled too. You know what I mean? So you're going to have people at the store, just sifting through the food, trying to find food that's not spoiled. You know what I mean? And I know what this is like because I was down in Texas back in February for the blackout down there, for the storm. I was down there. So I had an opportunity to see, what it would be like, in a blackout, right? Most people only have about 7 days worth of food in their home. You know what I'm saying? So after about 4 or 5 days, most people are not going to have any food in their house. So a lot of people are going to be frantic at this time and desperate for food. You know what I'm saying? If the grocery stores, have anything in there, you know what I mean? That's edible. The grocery store is near you, right? So, and if the blackout is longer than 7 days, it's really going to be a bunch of really desperate people for food, because most people only have about a week's worth of food in their house, max. And if the lights go out, everything in the refrigerator is going to be spoiled, unless it's winter time and you've put your food outside to keep it cold and stuff like that. I can see you being able to expand that to some degree, but most people food will be spoiled, in a lot of situations, right? Also, there will be no running water. There will be no running water if you don't have electricity, because a lot of these sub pumps and things like that, all this stuff runs off electricity. You know what I'm saying? I experienced that too down in Texas. There was no clean running water down there during the blackout. Okay, so what? You can't cook with, you won't be able to cook with water. You know what I'm saying? Because there ain't gonna be no running water, and you're not gonna be able to take a shower. You know what I mean? So those things will be happening. Also, the toilets won't work also, because all of that stuff runs off electricity. You know what I mean? You can always pour water on top of, whatever waste that you put in there to make it flush down, even if you're in that situation, which is what we did when we were down there. But the bottom line is, it ain't going to be no running water, and it ain't going to be no toilets flushing in a blackout. I know we haven't experienced this a lot in America, but it's happening here now. You know what I'm saying? If you look at California, they got rolling blackouts going on down there. You know what I'm saying? And I want to make sure the young family is going to be well prepared if we start having rolling blackouts here in the Midwest. Okay? Okay. Please do some research on how to store food and water long term. Okay, what's the goal? The goal is that every family member has at least 2 months worth of food stored somewhere near where you are. You know what I mean? In your home or someplace safe. You know what I mean? That you can get to. That way you're not out in the confusion that's gonna be going on once the lights go out. Okay? When the lights go out and 7 days go by and there's no food in everybody's house, people become stressed. People become desperate, and they'll do anything for food. A lot of people got kids at home. They start thinking about that, and then they're willing to do anything to get a loaf of bread, which is to do what? Show up at the store and see somebody coming out of the store with some food and harm that person to get their food. Man, this is the reality that's going to be happening. You know what I mean? Eventually, this is coming. You know what I mean? And I'm going to be making more videos and elaborating on these things. You know what I mean? But like I said, my number is in the description box below. We can talk about these things one-on-one if you want to. I'm not just some YouTuber that's just running his mouth that you can't really talk to. Nah. Call me. We're family. Call me. Right? Okay, next. If for whatever reason these lights, don't come back on again for weeks on end, and then we start to see things really go for the worst, such as rioting in the streets, fires being set, okay, and things like this, family members are gonna need places of refuge. Okay, that's the reality. You know what I mean? A lot of us are gonna need a place to go, when it all goes down, especially in the Chicago area. You know what I'm saying? If you have a large home, okay, where you can put up a few family members and things like that, listen, you may object to that right now, right? I still would like for you to prepare to do so, to put up a few people, if need be, by doing what? Getting sleeping bags for those people and things like that. You can go to a resale shop, pick up some really cheap sleeping bags, wash them, and then just put them in a plastic bag and throw them in the closet somewhere. You know what I mean? If you know you can put up 4 or 5 or 6 people because you have a big enough home, go to the Goodwills and things like that and wash out some sleeping bags and pillows and things like that, and put them in a plastic bag and throw them in the closet, just in case you may need to put up some family members in the future. You know what I mean? Especially those who are living in the inner city of Chicago, right? Also, the suburbs may not be untouched by this also. So it may be you that need refuge. Okay? So, the family members who got big homes in the suburbs and all that, it may be you that need refuge somewhere. So think about this. You know what I mean? It ain't gonna take a whole lot of money to prepare, to put up some people for a time if need be. Okay, right? Also, if you while you're doing that, put aside a little extra food and water for those who you will have to put up. Food, water, soap, towels, things like that. If you got some extra funds laying around, and you may have to put up some kids or whatever, get some sleepwear for them and things like that. We're family. You know what I mean? We if we putting up family, we need to be looking out for them. You know what I'm saying? In whatever way we can to make them comfortable in that time. Nobody would choose to live with other people. Okay, let me just put that out there. Everybody wants their own, but if it's rioting in the streets where they live at, it's not going to be safe for them for many reasons. Okay, for many reasons. You know what I'm saying? When crime goes up, we don't know how people are going to behave in certain situations. People ain't used to being in a blackout. You know what I mean? And, we got women and children amongst us. It's guys out here and women out here who are predators. Okay, we need to protect our women also in this time. Okay, I don't want my sisters out there. You know what I'm saying? With no place to go, and these crazy men out in the streets, understanding ain't no cops around and all that. Nah. We need to have refuges and things like that. Everybody needs to be in a situation where you got sleeping bags and things like that, or you have prepared a room or a space somewhere in your home to put some family members in if there's an emergency and they have no place to go. You know what I mean, right? Until order is restored in their areas. Okay, if you have to put up a family for a week, or 2 weeks or something like that until order is restored again and things like that, then that's what it needs to be. So that family can make an adjustment maybe to come out of that area after that and be someplace a little more safer. You know what I mean? Right? Because what? There may be no police, fire department, or hospital around to help the people because of what's going on in the earth right now with these policies that are coming down. Right? A lot of cops are quitting. A lot of firefighters are quitting, and a lot of hospitals are closing up. Right? There will be no help for a lot of these people when this stuff come down. So we're going to have to look out and police each other. The men of this family, you know, we're going to have to protect our families a little bit closer now because of what's going on. There may be no police around to help our family members. So we have to be the police of our family and the government of our family to protect our women and children. Okay, men, right? And also, this will also keep our family members out of government solutions, such as FEMA camps and things like this. We don't want to have our family members dealing with that stuff. Okay, you know, I'm going to be bringing forth some information in the future on this channel, the Young Family Portal. I'm going to be bringing forth teachings related to what's going on in the earth today. Okay. And I want everyone to understand the urgency of preparing for a blackout. Okay. We need to, and establishing the Young Family Council and getting the Young Family Fund together. Okay. So that we can form the government within ourselves, because this government is not going to protect us when it all goes down. Okay. Council members, you know who you are. Start doing some research on how we're going to bring the Young Family Fund together. And then we'll vote on who's going to have access to this account and how we're going to proceed with the account. Okay. We'll do some research and we'll decide together on how to keep up with the money. Okay. Okay. And that's basically all I had for this video. I'll most likely make this the Young Family Portal channel trailer. Okay. There's going to be many teachings and videos coming forth in the future, because I want my family to understand what's going on in this earth. It's time for a change within the Young family. Okay, for the better. Okay, and I'm in it for the long haul. I'm gonna need y'all help for those who want to see a positive change amongst us. You know what I mean? We're family, we're blood. Okay, let's rally together. Let's huddle. Let's rally together and be a team. Okay, you know, let's rally together and be a team, because it's time. Okay, I love y'all. Please subscribe to the Young Family Portal, or maybe you're not a family member and have stumbled along this video. That's fine too. You know, subscribe if you want to, or if you just want to watch the channel anonymously. You know, put this video in your watch later list. That way you can get back to the channel. whenever you want to without subscribing. Maybe you want to remain anonymous. You can do that too. You know, I'm trying to reach as many people as I can amongst us. You know what I mean? Maybe somebody you don't want anybody to know that you're watching this. You know, hey, that's fine. Watch anonymously then. You know, I'm not singling anybody out or anything like that. Okay. It's time for the youngs to rally together for the preservation of our family. Because if we sit back and do nothing, our women and children are going to be destroyed through this. They're going to be out in the street starving, like during Hurricane Katrina, if I can make a comparison, where you had people stranded with no food and nothing. You had babies dying in the street and women crying their eyes out, walking around with no feminine supplies and all that. We're not going out like that. Let's prepare, young family. Let's prepare. You know what I'm saying? If you've been looking for a change amongst our family, you know what I mean? This is it right here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm ready to go through the change for the long haul. And there's going to be many questions, and there's going to be some very controversial topics I'm going to be bringing up in the future. And we just going to have to get through them. You have my phone number. Call me. Call me. You know what I mean? And I want to tell y'all too, you know, at Auntie Pie's service, the pastor said something very important. He said, we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Okay? So keep that in mind for the future, for the videos that are coming, because they're coming. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you love truth, you're going to love these videos that are coming. You know what I mean? So the bottom line is, this is a new step forward in positivity for the young family through and through. Through and through. Be a part of it. Okay, because what? Our silence, okay, is saying what? We're okay with our people not being prepared. We don't need to be silent on these things anymore. We need to step up and take control in this time to make sure that our women and children are taken care of. The men of this family, we're stepping up, sisters. Okay? Allow us to be the men that we need to be in this time to protect you. Okay, the sisters, you know, you're going to need protection from men in this time. Because if ain't no police around, no, you know, and things like that, you know, there's a lot of crazy people in the world who got crazy thinking when it comes to females and no police around, if you know what I mean. Okay. Okay. You're going to be protected. Fall under the protection of the men of the young family. We can and will protect you. Period. But prepare. You know what I mean? You know, get, you know what I'm saying, extra blankets. Get sleeping bags if need be, and things like that. Get things for the kids to be warm. In case you need to travel from one area of the city to the next, you know, and this can be applied anywhere, not just Chicago, but Wisconsin, where our family members are, Minneapolis, Indiana, wherever you are, your family may need you. Okay. Okay. As a place of refuge, you need to have water. You need to have canned goods. You need to have dry goods in your home. Okay. For food. Get yourself some teas and things like that. Whatever you can store that's non-perishable and things like that, that's gonna be for the best. I'm gonna be putting up some videos off of YouTube um to show how to bring, how to survive and things like that. Some survival type videos. I'm gonna be creating a playlist for that. Okay. We need to have at least 60 days worth of food. If you can have more than 60 days, that's even better. If you got a nice size home and you're in the suburbs and things like that, you can put 90 days worth of food in your home with no issue. Throw it down in a cool, dry place in the basement and just leave it there. And if, 5 or 6 family members have to show up there because of an emergency, you will be prepared to receive them and feed them, until things simmer down where they live at and they can go back to their home if need be. We're going to have to be there for each other in this time. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I had. Young family, I love y'all. I want y'all to think on these things. You know what I mean? And I'm looking to help my family. Okay. I'm looking to help in whatever way that I can. Allow me to help y'all and to help myself too, because guess what? I may need a place of refuge too. Okay. Those who living in Chicago, even in the suburbs, you may have to leave your home and go to Indiana, or leave your home and go to Wisconsin or Minneapolis. Who knows? The bottom line is, if everybody's prepared, there's a place of refuge for everyone. Okay. I know we've never dealt with rolling blackouts in America like that in recent years. Okay. But with what's going on in California and other places like Puerto Rico and things like that, it's time for us to prepare to not have any lights. You know what I mean? Those of you who got cars, get you some jumper cables. Okay, get you some flashlights. You know what I mean? Get you some things so that you can have some light in your home if the lights go out. You got to be careful with candles because, we got to be careful not to set fires with these